Mystic treasure dependency, huh? A certain term mentioned in the text drew my interest, so I decided to read more in depth. To put it into simple terms, mystic treasure dependency referred to addiction symptoms caused by the use of mystic treasures. The immense power these mystic treasures possessed could captivate the heart of its user, and they would no longer have any regard for their own free will. Once that happened, the user's life would forever be centered around the mystic treasure, and it would be impossible to relinquish until they've met their demise. The magic mallet Kureha was after had a rather high dependency rate. It made sense, given that a single swing could generate an unfathomable amount of money and lead to further corruption. Despite Kureha's ironclad will, there were those who would do anything, including resorting to physical violence, to get their hands on it. With that thought in mind, I knew I couldn't afford to let the mallet fall into Kureha's hands. I'd prefer if she gave it up on her own, but I would likely have to take it back by force if she decided otherwise. Even if she ended up hating me for it, I wanted to protect her. And then, that very same Kureha. Indeed. As I sat cross-legged, this adorable girl was resting her head on my lap and snoozing away. Her constant fatigue had manifested and gotten the better of her. The sunlight pouring in felt quite comfortable, so I could understand the desire to take a nap. Although it made sense, I never imagined she'd ever use my lap as a pillow. This made it pretty impossible to move too. Now that she was finally asleep, it would be horrible of me to wake her up now. I'd deal with whatever complaints she'd bombard me with if I did, but I'd sooner pamper her for as long as I could. Kureha. With a gentle brush of her hair, Kureha ticklishly giggled and wiggled her body. Her cute, innocent smile reminded me of a kitten. It was hard to believe Kureha of all people would lower her guard like this, especially when she'd called me pervert and thrown needles at me not too long ago. I wondered how she felt about me. I wished she'd be more honest with me. When I brushed her hair aside, my fingertips suddenly made contact with her lips. Kureha jutted out her lips almost like she wanted something when I touched her mouth. No way, is she? As a test, I put my index finger up to Kureha's lips and... She licked me! Kureha licked my finger! A little more. Maybe I should try getting my finger a little closer. Oh! When I brought my finger even closer, Kureha opened her mouth slightly and took it in. It tickled, not to mention the sounds coming out of her mouth were hot as hell. I wanted to hear a lot more of Kureha's adorable voice. I wanted to see her sexy face. I moved my finger around in her mouth and tried giving her inner cheek a gentle push. I gave the nerves of my finger my full concentration and enjoyed the slipperiness of her saliva, the roughness of her cheeks, and the texture of her lukewarm tongue. Upon touching her teeth with the pad of my finger, Kureha let out a pained noise and drool leaked from the corner of her lips. Although she should have been asleep, her cheeks were flushed and her tongue was squirming in a seductive manner. The way she was drooling was almost like she was turned on. Cute! Kureha, you're so damn cute. I drew my finger back at the sound of her adorable yet erotic sounding moan. Yikes, my heart was racing, and even I could tell I was starting to breathe more heavily. There's no way I wouldn't feel anything when she called my name in this situation. I was a healthy boy, you know. I desperately needed to calm down though. The Sakagami family would obviously get mad at us if we got the room dirty. Wait, why was that the first thing that popped into my head? It wasn't like I was going to do anything to her here. Guha! Right back at you! Don't smile at me like that, Kureha. If you do that, then I... Kureha! Ah. At that moment, Kureha woke up and locked eyes with me. After seeing the look on my face and discovering the position she found herself in. Kureha blushed bright red and hurled a book straight at my head. Kureha quickly picked herself up and wiped away the drool on her cheeks with a handkerchief. I was just playing with your hair. My fingers got a little close to your mouth and you, licked them. What? Were you dreaming about me? Actually, I guess you said my name a couple of times. Yeah, you were giggling and licking my finger with a super lewd look on your face. Wow, don't get mad at me. Wow, you were horny? But I'm not, am I? It may have been in a dream, but weren't you awfully turned on? Oh, you prefer manly dudes? Maybe I should just push you down right here and now? Ah? Kureha and I sensed someone on the other side of the sliding door and immediately turned around. And then...
あれ式のことでバランスを崩すなど、坊ちゃんも修行が足らぬでござるな。
チャオ。
Don't chow me! What were all of you doing here?
そうですよ。デバガメですよ。
Don't act defiant.
まさか私たちをずっと監視していたのか。
僕たちは途中からしか見てないよ。棟梁は最初から全て覗いていたようだ。
いやー、実に良い寝顔でござったな。 お主は本当に圭介殿を信頼しているのでござるね。
それは
照れなくてもよい。お主と圭介殿お似合いでござるよ。だが他人の家でイチャつくのはどうかと思うでござる。どうせするなら人気のないところでしっぽりと励むのよから。さもないと出るものも出ないでござるよ。
出るものってなんだ。口に出して言ってみろ。口に出すって文ちゃんたら大胆。そこで頬を染めるな。なんだ。いえ、なんでもありません。
When Kureha turned to face Kana with an Oni-like expression, Kana's shoulders shivered in an exaggerated way, and she shrunk up in place. No way, you were spying on us too, Kana?
いえ、私はパトロールが終わったので、お二人とお話をしようと思いまして。そうしたら、お部屋の前に兄様たちがいて。なるほど。先輩のおかげで下手人を逃がさずに済んだようだな。礼を言わせてもらう。いえ、私は何も。それでも借りは借りだ。資料を見せてもらった例もある。近いうちに借りを返させてもらう。それでしたら明日返してくださいますか。明日？はい、実は明日の5月5日は私の誕生日なんです。ですからクレハちゃんたちにも私のお誕生パーティーに来ていただきたいと思いまして。分かった。それくらいで借りを返せるならお安いご用だ。本当ですか。ありがとうございます。
Aoi and I will go too. I'd assume Akari and the others will also be there.
はい、できるなら皆さんとご一緒がいいです。
Kana smiled softly and seemed pleased by our responses. Kana's birthday party, huh? Perhaps this will give her and Kureha a chance to become better friends.
話はまとまったようでござるね。
そうだね。じゃあ僕たちはこれで。
いやー、明日のパーティー楽しみだな。おい、こら待て。レバ神の剣はまだ片付いてないぞ。さあ一列になってそこに座れ。お前たちの少年叩き直してくれる。許してくーちゃん。
Aoi and the others' shrieks resounded throughout the Sakagami estate. As punishment, they sat on their knees in the cold hallway until the dinner party later that evening.
まだ足がジンジンするよ。自業自得だ。これに懲りたら二度と変な気を起こさないことだな。
Aoi drooped her shoulders and took one tiny step after another after getting lectured by Kureha. Following the Sakagami Estate's dinner party, I walked along the road to I Want You with Kureha and Aoi. I would ordinarily say goodbye to Aoi out in front of the bamboo dorm, but she said she wanted to go to the bathhouse together today and followed us. Aoi had apparently shown up at the Sakagami estate because she wanted to invite us to the bathhouse. She also seemingly had some business with Kumakichi. What in the world could she possibly need from that kind of pervert? Whoops, sorry. Are you okay? Hey? Then Kureha turned bright red and hid behind a telephone pole. To make matters worse, she was glaring at me with a very look on her face. She'd been acting that way all night. Had forcing the subject backfired? Still, I had been so worried at the time that I couldn't keep my feelings in check. Kureha was so cute though. Talk about unfair. Ehehe.
何を赤くして笑ってるんだ。
Oh, when I remembered how cute you looked while you were asleep. It just happened, you know?
バカ、適当なことは言うんじゃない。私が可愛いだなんて。
But it's true.
はいはい、そこのバカップル。いいから前に進みなさい。バカップルって、私とケイスケはそういう話は中でしようね。早く行かないと銭湯閉まっちゃうよ。腕を引っ張るな。
Aoi tugged Kureha, who was clinging to the utility pole, by the arm all the way to the entrance to I Want You. Come to think of it, why had Aoi suggested going to the bathhouse all of a sudden? Just for a change of pace? Phew, this is total bliss. I sunk into the hot tub up to my shoulders and looked up at the starry sky beyond the fencing. By sheer coincidence, this happened to be the day the open-air bath opened, so I immediately jumped at the chance. This would be perfect if I had a drink, but that was obviously not going to happen here. Even so, it was pretty amazing that the bathhouse for students had an open-air bath. The Sakagami family sure had created something sophisticated. With this, I could literally wash my daily fatigue away. I'd better tell Kana thanks next time I saw her.
ほらほら、プーちゃん、こっちこっち。ほら、そんなに引っ張るな。
Was that Aoi and Kureha? Were they getting into the women's bath? Wait. This open-air bath was supposed to operate on shifts. If I could still hear their voices, that must mean...
本当に露天風呂になってる。すごい。分かったからはしゃぐな。みっともない。
Gah! They really had gotten in. It was currently male bathing hours. What were they doing? Anyway, better get out. The man standing was always weak in these situations. If they found me, I would end up in police custody for real. I quietly submerged myself into the water and slinked away, temporarily finding shelter behind the shade of the boulders protruding from the bath. The only way I'd be able to sneak back into the changing room, which was 5 or so meters away at this point, would be to bide my time and wait for an opening. First things first, better see what Aoi and Kureha were doing. Oh!
はい、腕上げてじっとしててね。脇を洗っちゃうから。やめろ、くすぐだ。くーちゃん、かわいい声。もっと泡を立ててっと。なんか、やめほれほれ、ここがええのか。そこらみんなの。
What the heck were they doing? Aoi was only washing Kureha's back, but it bothered me how sensual Kureha's voice sounded. Even so, Kureha's skin sure was pretty, porcelain white and not a single blemish. What's more, between her long hair, flushed cheeks and troubled expression, damn, she was cute.
じゃあ次はおっぱいをきれいきれいしましょうね。からやめろバカ。そんなところさ。
Oh! Aoi was rubbing Kureha's boobs from behind her. I couldn't be more jealous. Just a little more. Yup, better just check out what they were doing a little longer.
本当にくーちゃんは可愛いな。ほら、もっと可愛い声を聞かせて。バカ、いい加減にしないと怒るぞ。こんな状況で怒っても怖くないよ。ほらほら。
Aoi's bubble-covered hands were wrapped around Kureha's modest boobs. With each dubious wriggle of her tiny fingertips, Kureha shivered and blushed red.
ダメなの。こういうのはケイスケに取っておくの。
With that quiet whisper, Aoi's titillating attack stopped short and even made Kureha go stiff. Saving it for me? That would mean...
ごめんね。さすがにやりすぎちゃったかな。いや、今の言い訳なんてしなくていいよ。クーちゃんはお兄ちゃんの彼女なんだから、他の人に体を触られるのは嫌なんだよね。違う、私は別にそんな。やっぱり。今まで隣で2人を見てきたけど、どうにも怪しいんだよね。ぶっちゃけお兄ちゃんと付き合ってるのって嘘なんでしょ。それは。あ、目が泳いでる。やっぱり2人が恋人っていうのは嘘なんだ。
Crap! Kureha was too agitated to argue back. If this kept up...
でも付き合ってるのが嘘だとしたら、どうしてそんな嘘ついてたのかな。お兄ちゃんは嘘をつけない人だし、この場合は。そうだ、私が嘘をつくようにケイスケを脅したんだ。脅した？なんで？わけは言えない。だがどうしてもあいつと一緒になる必要があった。それって恋愛感情はなしでってこと？そうだ。とある事情で私が一方的にあいつを連れ回している。全部私のせいなんだ。クーちゃん。
Hey now, what was Kureha talking about? I was the one who suggested acting like lovers to trick everyone. Wasn't Kureha making it sound like she was the only bad guy here?
でもお兄ちゃんは楽しそうにしてたよ。どんな事情があったのかは知らないけど、クーちゃんと一緒にいるお兄ちゃんはすごく楽しそうだった。それこそ本当のカップルみたいに仲睦まじくて、隣で見ていて軽く嫉妬しちゃうくらいに。おい、クーちゃんはどうだったの？私？うん。お兄ちゃんといて楽しくなかった？少なくとも私には楽しそうに見えた。お兄ちゃんと一緒にいる時のクーちゃん、すごく可愛かった。それこそ恋する女の子のように。やめろ。お願いだからやめてくれ。そんなことを聞かされたら余計不安になる。私は今のままがいいんだ。お互いの気持ちに気づかないままこのまま終わるのが一番なんだ。でもそれでお兄ちゃんが納得するかな？ケイスケが。うん、お兄ちゃんはクーちゃんを思ってる。これはもう絶対妹の私が保証するよ。そうかな。そうだよ。でなけりゃずっとそばにいようだなんて思わないでしょ。でももうどうしてそこで頭を抱えるかな。ぼやぼやしてると私がお兄ちゃんを取っちゃうよ。とは言っても妹の私じゃ恋愛対象にもしてもらえないんだけどね。でも本当にしっかりしないと他の人にお兄ちゃん取られちゃうかもよ。クーちゃんはそれでいいの？私は今すぐ答えを出せってわけでもないけどね。でも自分に素直になれば答えは簡単に見つかるはずだよ。周りがとやかく言おうが関係ない。自分がどうしたいか、それをしっかり考えてね。うん、わかった。素直でよろしい。
Aoi smiled softly and washed the bubbles of Kureha's body with a bucket of warm water. Then, finally, Aoi discreetly turned in my direction.
お互い自分の気持ちに素直にね。
She knew I was here? Now it made sense. Aoi had planned this from the start and had likely bribed Kumakichi to adjust the open-air bath schedule. Why would she do something like that, though? Was it only for me to hear their conversation? If that's all it was, I got the feeling she didn't really need to do it in the bath.
脱衣所にリンス忘れてきちゃった。湯冷めするといけないから、くーちゃんは先にお風呂入ってて。わかった。
Huh? Wait a second. This could get weird fast if she did that. Gah! Kureha was getting closer. The bathwater rocked to and fro as her tiny body slowly made its way toward me. Crap, what the hell do I do in this situation? If she spotted me, then she'd hate me forever. What?
なんだ停電か。
In that moment, the power flickered off and we shot up in place. This was my chance. I'd better escape while I had an opening.
誰だ。誰がそこにいるのか。
She asked, but there's no way I could answer. Better make like a phantom thief and make a magnificent getaway.
待て。誰だか知らんが、こんな暗がりで動くと危険だぞ。
Gah! Kureha grabbed my arm. Shit, guess she wasn't raised as a member of the Tsujigumo for nothing. She might have relatively decent night vision. Still, I couldn't afford to be captured here either.
こら、だから暴れるな。じっとしてろ。
At that moment, the hand holding me back slipped clean away from my arm. Don't tell me she tripped. Kureha! I reached my arms out and instantly embraced her slender body to protect Kureha's head. My wrist hurt the second we fell, but this much was no big deal. I fixed my stance and checked on Kureha and then... Oh. Well, maybe I should skip this scene. YouTube might get angry at me if I show this for too long. So, I'll see you in a second.
びっくりカメラだよ。突然の停電で2人の仲は急接近。結果はってあれ2人ともどうしたの？
Aoi came rushing out from behind the sliding door and tilted her head inquisitively at the pensive mood between us. We couldn't find the right words to explain what had just occurred. All we could manage was to hang our heads in silence. I stood outside of the plum dorm and gazed up at the sky. My one and only companion was a bottle of booze. I could easily make it through a night with the moon serving as a side dish to my alcohol consumption. Kureha and I hadn't spoken since the incident at the bathhouse. To be precise, she wouldn't say a word to me, even when I tried to initiate the conversation. I really fucked up this time. No matter how turned on I may have been, I couldn't believe I'd subjected Kureha to something so terrifying. I had been making advances on Kureha for a while now. However, we were both somewhat uneasy about it. We felt we shouldn't take our relationship any further. But I became a slave to Kureha's naked body and reasoning went out the window. In that moment, I saw Kureha as a woman. I had wanted to hug her from the bottom of my heart. Kureha. At that moment, the front door quietly opened and Kureha appeared. She gazed timidly at my face before looking away.
そんなところで何してるんだ？
Having a moonlit drink. What about you?
私はそうだな。少しもらおう。
Kureha gave a tiny nod before sidling up to me. I handed Kureha my cup and she gingerly gave its contents a taste with a flick of her tongue.
苦い。でも悪くはないから。
Kureha gripped the cup in both hands, stuck out her tongue and began to take tiny sips. She seemed to be in a better mood, if only a little.
なあ、
Hmm?
お前、私と葵の会話、最初から聞いてたんだよな。
Yeah, I felt bad about it, but I couldn't exactly leave. I heard the whole thing.
じゃあ、
Yeah, I love you. Yup, I've mentioned being interested in you for a while now, right? I think that means exactly what it sounds like, that I love you. Huh?
どうして私を好きになった？私を好きになってもつまらないだけだぞ。度合いそうだし、体もいいそうだし。
That's not true. I enjoy being with you and you've got tons of great qualities.
例えば、
You work really hard at everything you do and how much you care for your friends.
他にも
You're really cute when you let your guard down and I love how you act out to hide your embarrassment. Your lonely side is adorable too. The way you smile at me and only me makes my heart feel like it's going to leap out of my throat. Now that I'm listing things off, you've got a bazillion cute points. Telling me not to fall for you would be a huge mistake in and of itself. What's up? You're beet red.
見るな、こっちを見るな。
Kureha blushed all the way down to her neck and practically inhaled the remainder of her drink. Hey, you alright? It's going to knock you on your ass if you down that all at once.
大丈夫だ。だから触るな。今優しくされたら、どうしていいかわからなくなる。
Kureha.
すまん。
It's fine. I was completely in the wrong earlier. If you had hit me, I would have just assumed it was meant to be. I don't mind if you hate me for it either, but I... Huh?
本当は嬉しかったんだ。こんな体でも興奮してくれるんだって。ちゃんと女の子として見てくれてるんだって。
Kureha.
でもあの後どうしたらいいかわからなくて、すごく不安になって。
I see. I'm sorry for scaring you. I gave her dainty shoulder a gentle pat and Kureha quietly nodded and leaned in against me. Then her body shivered violently.
あれ？いや、
Are you okay? Wouldn't it be better if you lay down for a little while?
大丈夫だ。それよりお前にお願いがある。
A favor? With that comment, Kureha took a wooden comb out of her pocket. If I recalled, this comb was a keepsake of her mother's.
この櫛で私の髪をすいてくれないか。
Your hair?
ダメ？
No, it's not that. I'd be happy to, but I don't want to hurt you.
いい。痛くても我慢する。お前にやってほしいんだ。
If you're sure.
ありがとう。
I nodded, took the comb, and gently patted Kureha's head. She was a bit surprised, but she immediately squinted her eyes and gave me an amused smile.
じゃあ頼む。
Yeah. When I got back into the room, Kureha sat with her back to me and exposed her long, beautiful hair. Kureha's honey-colored hair was smooth to the touch and faintly shone in the moonlight filtering through the sliding door. I leaned in slightly, and the sweet aroma of shampoo tickled my nose.
ほら、くすぐったいじゃないか。息が当たってるぞ。
Sorry, but you smell so nice.
バカ、匂いを嗅がな。恥ずかしい。
You have no reason to be embarrassed. Your hair is so pretty. It has such a great texture too.
触っちゃダメ。
When I brushed my fingers through her hair before using the comb, her slender shoulders trembled. You're making awfully cute noises. Did it tickle that much?
バカ、髪は弱いんだ。夜なら櫛でやれ。そんな優しい手で撫でられたら気持ちよすぎてどうにかなる。
Oh, maybe we should just see where it goes then.
バカ。
With her adorable disparagement as my cue, I gently brushed Kureha's hair with the comb. Her hair was silkier than it looked, as the comb easily slipped its way through her blonde tresses. If it was like this, I shouldn't have to worry about any knots or snags.
いい気持ちだ。お前上手だな。
You just have nice hair in general.
そうか？
Yeah, I mentioned this before, but your hair is really pretty. It's captivating.
バカ。そんなに持ち上げても何も出ないぞ。
It's fine if it doesn't. Getting to brush your hair like this is payment enough.
ずいぶんと安上がりなやつだな。
A perfect fit for your boyfriend, isn't it?
バカ。
Kureha sounded amused despite her insult, then went silent and left me to gently comb her hair. It was a quiet night, and this moment was made just for us. The room was filled with nothing more than the sounds of the comb running through her hair like touching silk.
なあ、ケイスケ。
Hmm?
私なりに考えてみたんだ。これからどうするか。父さんのことはもちろん大事だが、今の生活も悪くないと思っている。このまま何もせず、普通の学生として暮らすのもありじゃないかと思ってる。
I see.
だけど、私は父さんも助けたい。今の生活を続けながらそれを叶えるには、坂上かなに頭を下げるしかない。それは分かってる。分かってるけど、怖いんだ。正体を明かしたら全てが終わるような気がして。お前や葵と離れ離れになるような気がして。
Knowing Kana, everything will be fine. I'm sure she'll treat you well.
だが、そんな保証はどこにもないだろう。私はお前のように楽観的に物事を考えられない。もしも捕まってどこか遠いところに連れて行かれたらと思うと、怖くて最後の一歩が踏み出せないんだ。
I see.
このまま進むべきか、違う道を探すべきか、いろいろ考えたが答えは出ない。それが正直な今の気持ちだ。だから頼む。もう少しだけ待ってほしい。気持ちの整理がついたら必ず答えを出すから。
Wait for her until she sorts out her feelings, huh? By that she meant whether she would keep pursuing the mallet. She must have wanted me to wait until she found that answer. However, that also sounded to me like she was asking me to wait for yet another answer. For the answer to how she felt about me. Sure, I'll wait then. Think it over and make a decision you are happy with.
ありがとう。
I want you to remember one thing though. I want to be with you just as much as I want to help you save your old man. But I want to do it without using the mallet. That's one condition I won't concede on.
そこは私がどんな答えを出そうが味方するというところではないのか？
Is that what you want me to say?
いや、この方がお前らしい。自分に正直なお前にな。そうだ。だからこそ私は自分の道を探そうと決めたんだ。お前みたいになりたくて。お前と同じ位置で物を見たくて。
Kureha. Even though she had her back to me, I got the feeling Kureha was smiling. She was still looking for her path, but it was likely just a matter of time until she found it. If she held her head up high and continued walking forward, I knew that path would reveal itself in due time.
不思議なものだな。お前にこんなことを話すようになるなんて。
I'm surprised too. You're being incredibly honest today.
それはきっと酒のせいだ。
Maybe so.
そういう いう圭介も酔ってるんじゃないか？
Me?
今日のお前はいつも以上に優しい。
Nah, the booze had nothing to do with it. It's because of how damn cute you are right now.
臆面もなくよくそういうことが言えるな。
Only because that's how I really feel. There's nothing embarrassing about being honest with your feelings.
圭介、いつからだ？
What?
だからいつから私のことを気に入ってくれたんだ？
Who knows?
さて、わからないのか？
Yeah, it just kinda hit me one day. Isn't that what it means to fall in love with someone?
私にはよくわからない。
You've never fallen in love with anyone before?
ない。生きるのに精一杯だったし、私に声をかけてくる男もいなかったしな。
If that's true, those guys are all blind, especially when they had a girl as cute as you there in front of them.
またそういうことを言う。そういう浮ついたセリフはやめろ。鳥肌が立つ。
Whoops! You preferred manly guys, didn't you?
そうだ。もっと男らしくいろ。
How about this then? I stopped combing Kureha's hair and hugged her shoulders from behind. I felt Kureha's warmth in my arms as I softly whispered into her ear. Kureha, I love you. Huh? No reaction. Don't tell me. Did I totally bomb? I? Wow! Warn me next time before you stand up. That's dangerous.
そんなこと知るか。びっくりしたじゃないか、バカ。
But you're the one who told me to act more manly.
だからっていきなり抱きしめるやつがいるか。バカバカバカ。私だって心の準備があるんだからな。どうせならもっと優しくしてほしい。
Sorry, looks like I put you through another scary experience.
違う。今のはちょっと驚いただけだ。銭湯の時と違って圭介の手すごく暖かかったし。
Warm?
前に抱きしめられると体がポカポカしてなんだか安心する。さっきみたいのならしてもいいよ。だから
Sure. I gently propped my hand against Kureha's rosy cheek to help relax her. Through her eyes wandered for a few moments, she quickly gazed back at me.
圭介。
What's up? Are you scared again?
今は平気。でも
But?
こんな近くで見つめられたら恥ずかしい。
You're cute when you're embarrassed too.
今そんなこと言っちゃ嫌だ。
Kureha, I love you.
圭介。
I quietly drew closer and stole her tiny lips. I could feel Kureha's warm, trembling lips against mine, with her hot breath against my mouth. I sought her out, and she seemed to welcome me with open arms. Despite how clumsy our kiss may have been, it was more than enough. I was kissing Kureha. That alone made me overjoyed. My feelings for Kureha were brimming over. At last, our lips parted, neither of us in particular initiating it, and we stared at each other for a short while. Then we shared a giggle.
しちゃった。
Yeah, we sure did.
圭介とキス。
Kureha, you're cute.
その
What's wrong? Your face is bright red.
うるさい。 酒のせいだ。
Is that right?
そうだ。だからこれも酒の勢いなんだぞ。決してお前に惚れたわけじゃないんだ。
Kureha blushed, ears and all, and quietly closed her eyes. Then I brought my face in close once more.
待って。
What's wrong?
それなら手をギュッとして。
Yeah, got it. I smiled as gently as I possibly could at Kureha and softly gripped her hand. No, I put my feelings into it and gripped a little stronger. I could feel Kureha's tension, as well as the passion hidden deep within her through that palm. Kureha. This time, Kureha initiated the kiss. It was longer than the last, and we both sought each other with ever more intensity. However, that still wasn't enough for Kureha. She pursued my lips time and time again. Again and again and again. Once our lips parted and she took a breath, Kureha kissed me yet again. She desired me wholeheartedly as her cheeks dyed red, her breathing labored and gulping occasionally, almost like she wanted something even more. At long last, Kureha pulled her lips away and heaved her tiny chest to catch her breath. Then she gazed up at me with a feverish look in her eyes. Kureha, can we keep going? Still no good? Kureha. That's fair. We'll call it good for today. When I gave her head a soft pat at the end, she smiled with amusement. Even these tiny gestures of hers were adorable. Huh? Together? Okay, in that case, come here. Kureha grabbed the pillow from her own futon and flopped down beside me. I sat beside and gazed at her. Huh, you're acting clingy all of a sudden again. Nope, I love it. Of course, a clingy coo meows a cute coo meow. Haha, sorry. Kureha. I love you. Haha, you're bright red. A shy coo meow really is cute. Right, right. I patted her head with a wry smile on my face. And when I did, a shy smile across Kureha's face like always. By the way, why did you want me to comb your hair all of a sudden?
だからもっと見てほしかった。もっと好きになってほしかった。体は貧相でも紙でなら勝負できると思ったから。
Kureha.
なんて私のただの思い上がりだな。
Not at all. I fell for your scheme completely. I fell even more in love with you, Kureha.
ケイスケ。
Can I keep brushing it for you? Your hair is so nice and soft.
いいよ。好きな時に好きなだけ。前になら何をされてもいい。
Thanks. I ran my fingers through her hair and gently combed it down.
ケイスケなんてくすぐんない。
Do you dislike it when I do this?
大好物だ。
Kureha smiled like a kitten basking in the sun, quietly shut her eyes and left her body in my hands. A soundless world, a moment for Kureha and myself alone. Like so, a night all our own quietly carried onward.